floor is open.
When you look at these numbers, there's some things I know the defense doesn't like when you look at total yards given up a game. How close is this defense, though, to getting all the pieces where they need to be a Mike Macdonald defense?
We're almost there. Everybody's still fresh and new, and 5 games in right now, going on our 6th. But nobody's panicking. We're just going back to the table, working on fixing the things we need to fix. And I got full faith in this team. We practice hard, we work hard.
Jarran, last year, George Kittle was bragging about how they just ran the same play over and over again against the Seahawks. How do you change that? How do you make sure the story's different this time?
Just defensive scheme, giving them different looks, lining up different. Kind of a chess match, trying to change up the looks that they see, so we just don't line up and give them what they want.
What do they do that's so challenging as an offense?
They really don't do much. They make you play sound, and you have to communicate what they do. And so what they do, they try to do it over and over again and see if you can fit the same play over and over again.
As far as run fits the last couple of weeks, what have you seen on film against the run? It seemed like, especially on Sunday, that there were several times where there was a gap open. What are you seeing from that?
When you look at it, it's just little things, little things, and it starts with communication. Just making sure the guys are in the right place, and that just starts with talking before the snap, pre-snap keys.
There's no Christian McCaffrey this week, but Jordan Mason has done a nice job. How is he different as a runner, and why is he effective?
I think he's good at what he does. The 49ers put him out there for a reason. He has some pretty good runs this season. We can't take him easy, and we got to respect him the same way if Christian McCaffrey was playing.
You guys have had a lot of injuries on the front, just Leonard being out, Byron, and Jerome being out. Has that made it harder at all, kind of that communication with the front seven and kind of making sure everybody's sort of aligned?
No, not at all. It's just the next man up mentality. We just got to amp it up a little bit more, make sure everybody's on the same page. And I think, before we go out on the field, we can sit there and talk about what we see, the keys and everything, and make sure everybody's locked in before we take that play.
What's the key to good red zone defense? It's an area of the field that the Niners offense has struggled in. So what are the keys to making sure that happens?
Gap sound, effort, and communication. That's just the basic game, period. That's going to be huge for us. As long as we can execute and the guys are in the right place and we're talking to each other, talking about what we see with our eyes, we can play fast.
Coach McDonald said the line's been playing well, giving great effort. The edge has been getting set. A little bit of challenge at the second level in terms of run fit. How much do you get involved in talking with the second level and in between games?
I just want to make, personally, me, when I see him, I talk to him to make sure that, hey, I grab the pad, I'll see if I see a look, and I see where they can fit at. I can tell them, like, look, if this person is doing this thing, well, you can fit right here, and it will eliminate a bunch of space and eliminate some of the things that they could take away so they can also get in coverage as well.
You play the Niners a lot. How has that scheme changed a little bit? It used to be so much run.
It hasn't changed. All they do is run, and then they go play action, and then they drop back a little bit, throw the ball. But I think the quarterback play, if I can test that question, has changed it a little bit. But, it's basically probably the same thing I've seen for the past couple of years.
Speaking of quarterback play, you've been teammates with Geno back when he was back up here. You come back, he's a starter. What has he shown you this year with you? He's right now leading the league in attempts, yardage, just doing a lot right now.
It's funny because me and Geno, sometimes we train at the same spot. And it's the work he puts in. He works real hard. He's very adamant about his work. He's very disciplined, too, as well. He's a great leader on the offense. So I'm really not surprised by what he's doing. I've been watching it for a minute, even when he was here, learning behind Russ and, keeping Russ sharp. I knew that he could come in and we could count him to be our quarterback and do what he's doing now today.
Given the run that he had last week, have you guys ever lined up and sprinted next to each other?
Oh, yeah. When we was running in sprints condition, it kind of surprised me because I didn't know he was that fast. Geno's actually fast.
Wait, but who's faster?
Between who? Me and Geno? Me.
See that big man interception yesterday?
Oh, yeah, that's my boy. We call him Bink. He got that. I'm pretty sure he's excited about that, especially going back playing the Chiefs.
Brock Purdy is taking over 3 seconds to throw, longest other than Justin Fields in the last 5 years. How much do you guys talk about how to keep him contained from scrambling, and how much your eyes open up about getting a guy down when he takes that long?
I think that comes from all 11 players on the field doing their job. And if you can do that, hopefully we can do that same thing, and hopefully he holds it some more so we can go get to him and get some sacks going. But we got to stop the run first.